right, we bring the conversation back home where we cross live now to Abuja, where New Nigeria People's Party, Nnpp, and its presidential candidate, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, are unveiling the party's presidential campaign council. Let's join in.
And then get the presidential campaign council on its, toes working. But the national chairman should be able to tell us in depth some of those things he thinks we should be doing as the PCC members to ensure that we have a president that is of the Nnpp family. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Professor Rufai Alkali, please, you are invited to the podium to speak to us. Thank you. Before the chairman speaks, please, I want to appeal to our journalists. Arise is telling us that your cameras are blocking them. I don't know, the person in charge from Arise should be able to tell them what to do with these cameras. Please, while that is silently going on, the national chairman will be speaking to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Agbu Major is a major, but I don't know how many troops he is commanding. He's the National Public Secretary of a great party. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Your Excellency, our presidential candidate and national leader of a great party, Senator, Engineer, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, PhD. Your Excellency, the vice presidential candidate of our party, Bishop Isaac Idausa. Chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, Alhaji Buba Galadima, I believe he's wearing two caps. He is the Secretary of the Board of Trustees, and I believe he's also sitting in for the Chairman of the BOT. Welcome, sir. Great members of the National Working Committee, other members of the National Executive Committee here present, Your Excellencies, our governors and deputy governor candidates here present, distinguished national and state houses of assembly candidates also here present, chairmen and members of the Presidential Campaign Council, PCC, invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is a rare honor for us to be here today to mark yet another phenomenal milestone in the history of our great party, the New Nigeria People's Party, Nnpp. I feel even more humbled to be reckoned with and identified with this great event as we progress steadily toward the 2023 general elections. Today, we are all gathered here for the inauguration of members and committees of the Nnpp Presidential Campaign Council of our party. Seated here are men and women of integrity, carefully selected from all parts of the country. The task before us might seem Herculean, but with commitment, determination, and dedication, it is achievable and we shall triumph. I wish to congratulate all members of the PCC and let you know that you have been identified and appointed as a member of the PCC of the party at a time when our nation is desperately looking for strong leadership, responsive policies, transformation programs, and better results that can positively and effectively impact on the quality of the life of the ordinary citizen of this country. I congratulate all our party men and women across the country who are seeking votes into elective offices on the platform of our party. I also wish to commend all those members of our party who participated during the last primaries but were unable to become candidates, yet who have remained loyal to the party and continue to work very hard to ensure our success during the forthcoming general elections. Please rest assured your efforts and sacrifices will not be in vain. I call on each and every one of you to commit yourselves to the great task of securing a victory during the coming elections. I must, at this stage, commend the resolute and salute the resolute and courageous determination and doggedness of the national leader of our party and the presidential candidate, His Excellency Senator Engineer Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, PhD, who has kept faith with his vision and mission of rescuing our country from further drift. We in the New Nigeria People's Party, indeed all Nigerians of goodwill, are proud of you, Your Excellency. And we are convinced, based on your antecedent as a leader, with a clear understanding of the challenges facing our nation, you are the leader the nation has been waiting for. Nigerians say no to "this is my turn" politicians. Nigerians say no to the old dinosaurs. I want to assure you that this is time for us to lead, for you to lead Nigeria, because the course is clear and our victory is certain, inshallah. Once again, on behalf of the National Working Committee and the entire members of the New Nigerian People's Party family nationwide, I welcome all of you to this great occasion. Thank you very much, and God bless. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the New Nigeria People's Party. Nnpp, if you are not ready for this inauguration, we can schedule another day, please. Yes, maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow. Are we ready? Yes. Nnpp, New Nigeria. Thank you very much. And I assure the leader is watching. Those who have not been shouting and not raising their hand. When we come to make appointment for ministers and directors and chairman of boards, we are going to exclude those names who have not been raising their voice. Nigeria! Nigeria! Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it appears he has answers to, when you are quiet, he knows how to bring you back. I heard him say appointments. When we had appointments, we all woke up. We have a president that is in the waiting, and he's watching us all. Those who should serve in various portfolios, he's watching. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that very brief but well-packed address. It's a ginger for today's activities. Nnpp! Nnpp! New Nigeria! New Nigeria! 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 Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me bring up here Dr. Kofi Armata to take item number 6 on the agenda. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Major Abbo, the National Public Secretary of the New Nigeria People's Party. It is time for the commentary, ladies and gentlemen. In our agenda is item number 6. That is the commentary of RMK 2023, the road show. Please, Mr. DJ and the screen coordinators, it is time for you to project the roadmap. Before that, let me use this opportunity to acknowledge and welcome the gubernatorial candidate of Kano State, His Excellency Abba Gida Gida.
community takes pride in its illustrious sons and daughters who built an empire to advance the cause of humanity. So it is with the people of Kwankwaso town, who have Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, a great politician of high repute. Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso was born on the 21st of October 1956 in Kwankwaso town, Modobi local government area of Kano State, into the family of late Alhaji Musa Sale Kwankwaso, the traditional ruler in Modobi local government, and holds the title of Majidat Nkanu and Makamankaraye until his death. His formal education began at Kwankwaso Primary and later gained admission into Gwarzo Senior Primary School. Upon completion of his senior primary school, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso went to Dilkrap School and subsequently joined the famous Kano Technical College, where he completed his secondary school education. Next was Kaduna Polytechnic, where he obtained national and higher national diplomas with upper credits. After graduation, Rabiu Kwankwaso was posted to Ogun State under the National Service Corps scheme to observe the one-year mandatory service to the nation. In the quest to expand his academic horizon, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso was admitted into the prestigious Middlesex Polytechnic and Loughborough University, London, for postgraduate studies, where he obtained master's degree in water engineering in 1985. Similarly, from 1987 to 1991, Kwankwaso attended various professional courses outside the country, precisely Derby Water Industrial Training and London Industrial Program UK, and later successfully completed his PhD program at Sharda University in India. Rabiu Kwankwaso's biography is full of commitments and dedication in promoting the cause of humanity wherever he finds himself. In the early stage, Kwankwaso joined Kano Civil Service in 1975 as an artisan staff under the renowned Water Resources and Engineering Construction Agency, RECA, where he served for a good 17 years. In the course of his career, he served at various capacities and rose to the rank of principal engineer before retiring to join active politics. Prior to joining politics in 1991, Rabiu Kwankwaso exhibited leadership qualities and ability to manage human and capital resources effectively, owing back to his school days when he was elected Deputy Head Student, Technical College Kano, President Student Union Kaduna Polytechnic, President Postgraduate Students Nottingham University UK, and first African to become a member of the University Senate respectively. In the year 1992, Rabiu Kwankwaso joined Social Democratic Party (SDP) and worked closely with late General Shehu Musa Adua. Later, Kwankwaso contested and won election as member House of Representatives representing Modobi Federal Constituency, Kano State. This development paved way for his subsequent election as Deputy Speaker of the House in the aborted Third Republic. The termination of civilian rule in 1993 and subsequent move to give the 1979 National Constitution a first lift, Rabiu Kwankwaso was elected as one of the delegates from Kano State to participate in the Constitutional Conference in 1994 to 1995. With the return of democratic rule in 1999, Rabiu Kwankwaso, in collaboration with other patriotic like minds, joined People's Democratic Party, a platform on which he contested and got elected as Executive Governor of Kano State during 1999 general elections. Kwankwaso's first tenure as Governor of Kano State witnessed massive transformation of all sectors. Some of Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's landmark achievements between 1999 to 2003 includes electrification of over 400 villages and communities. Similarly, 34 new roads and bridges were also constructed. Rehabilitation and expansion of water treatment plants was conducted to boost water supply in urban and rural areas. Provision of free antenatal and postnatal care. Over 100 new primary schools were constructed. Provision of free meals and uniforms to pupils, which virtually increased annual enrollment of school-age children to 1.5 million. Provision of intensive training on skill acquisition and vocational jobs to over 2,000 youths across the state. Elimination of over 6,000 ghost workers from the state payroll, which is the biggest in the history of the state civil service reform. Increase internally generated revenue from 300 million naira to 1 billion naira monthly, and above all, the first administration that completes a balanced budget in its appropriation. But as fate will have it, Kwankwaso failed to secure his bid to return to power in 2003, not because he did not perform well, rather, the Almighty Allah had other great plans for him. Rabiu Kwankwaso was appointed as Defense Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under the Obasanjo administration. Miraculously, Kwankwaso, with civilian background, was able to transform the military institution in all aspects of defense mechanisms, locally and internationally. Reform of military pensions and payment of pension arrears, relocation of the prestigious military institution, the Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA, to its permanent site, increased number of military attaches to boost Nigeria's military relations with foreign countries, procurement of up-to-date military hardware, rehabilitation of barracks, and above all, he introduced the first ever defense policy for the country. Considering the tremendous achievements during his tenure as defense minister, Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso was nominated by the then President Olusegun Obasanjo to serve as a special envoy to Darfur and Somalia in 2006. During the regime of late President Umar Musa Yar'Adua, Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso was also appointed by the administration to serve as member representing Northwest in the board of NDDC in 2007. Kwankwaso resigned his appointment on personal grounds. In 2011, Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso responded to the clarion call from the good people of Kano State to recontest for governor. He made a historic return to Government House following his landslide victory at the 2011 polls. It was an eventful second tenure of 4 years. The return of Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso for the second term was not by accident. Rather, the people of Kano were not satisfied with the previous administration, which ran for 8 years, but with little impact to address the plight of the people of Kano State. Hence, the call gave birth to this historic return. As expected by the electorate, the Rabiu Kwankwaso second term between 2011 to 2015 was characterized by tremendous and rapid expansion of infrastructural development, human and capital transformation, educational opportunities, healthcare delivery, youth and women empowerment initiatives, rural transformation, and a host of others.
You are such a hard worker, a committed person to the welfare of your people. I'm a living witness to the achievements you have made in your first term, because I have commissioned numerous of projects which have impacted positively on the lives of the people of the state.
To keep his administration away from the intrigues of corruption, Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso adopted the strategy of good governance with proper accountability and transparency. To this end, Kwankwaso abolished the provision of security votes and introduced Treasury's single account with a view to block financial leakages and also track down all revenues that go into government's coffer. Accordingly, this measure enables the administration to execute several projects and programs which improve the socio-economic well-being of Kano people in all facets.
Your Excellency, I have watched with keen interest the remarkable achievement of His Excellency Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's administration. Certainly, Engineer Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, you have made a mark.
To begin the transformation agenda of revitalizing the civil service sector, an executive order was issued on the civil servants' monthly remuneration that all civil servants should receive their salaries on the 25th of every month through banks. This was a moral booster which earned their loyalty, support, and cooperation. For instance, under infrastructural development, 3 flyover bridges at Kofa Nasarawa, Ibrahim Town Road, and Murtala Muhammad Way, as well as 2 underpass bridges at Garankaya and Kabuga, were constructed in order to ease traffic flow within the metropolis.
Thank you for giving me this special honor, making me the mission. There's
The attention he gave to education, which is the bedrock of human and capital development, was not just special but revolutionary. This was in the bid to resuscitate the ailing basic primary, secondary and post-secondary education systems. In addition, over 3,000 classrooms and 450 teachers' lodges were constructed across the state. This is to boost the morale of teachers in good service delivery and ensure that every child deserves to be in school. Girl child education received priority attention of Kwankwaso's administration. Government provides pre-buses for conveyance of female secondary school students to their schools across the state. Apart from the State University of Science and Technology in Wudil, Governor Rabiu Kwankwase saw the need and therefore established the Northwest University at Kabuga. Also, more than 3,000 students were sponsored to undergo undergraduate and postgraduate studies in 14 countries around the world in the field of engineering, medicine, information technology, aviation, marine engineering, and a host of others. To improve the quality and standard of teaching in secondary schools, more than 12,000 teaching staff were recruited into the teaching profession, while 44 technical colleges across the 44 local governments of Kano State were constructed. This is in line with administration's drive to prioritize technical education. Moreover, free education from primary to tertiary level was implemented. This is to address the increased number of out-of-school children roaming the street and equally give chance to less privileged ones to acquire formal education. 37 microfinance banks were established across the state.
These are the type of projects that this country needs. Our problem is the collapse of infrastructure, mainly that of power, which affects employment and therefore industries and goods and services can only be appreciated by people like the governor of Kano State, who is so committed to serve the people and the country.
Security matters were not left out in the administration's move to secure lives and property of the good people of Kano State. Toward this end, 180 brand new Toyota Hilux were purchased and distributed to all security agencies working in the state, not forgetting the local vigilante groups. Moreover, other security equipments and gadgets were procured while applying kinetic and non-kinetic measures to ensure safe and sound Kano State.
It gives me great pleasure to be with the good people of Kano on this memorable day, to celebrate another very important milestone of Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's concerted effort to making Kano a mega modern city.
Healthcare delivery received priority attention through innovations that improve the health conditions of the public, both at rural and urban centers of the state. A standard intensive care unit was constructed and equipped with state-of-the-art facilities at Mohammed Abdullahi Wase and Murtala Mohammed General Hospitals. In addition, the general hospitals in Bichi, Dambata, Gwarzo, Rano, Gaya and Gezawa were renovated and equipped to cater for the ever-growing needs of medical care services of those within these areas. In another development, medical empowerment programs in the name of Lafia Jari was introduced to boost the medical status of the public in Kano and its environs. The program has trained more than 1,500 youths, male and female, in patent medicine store business with take-off grant of 150,000 naira to each participant. Even out of government, Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso was able to sponsor 370 graduates to undergo postgraduate studies in nursing and other related areas to enable them teach in the state health institutions. This is achieved through Kwankwasia Foundation, which is the brainchild of Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Addressing housing deficit is another priority of the Kwankwaso administration in Kano State. 3 new cities, Kwankwasia, Amana and Bandrao, made up of about 2,000 units, were constructed in addition to Dalad Nasidi, Ibrahim Kunya, Judo, Zawachiki estates, which are also constructed by the Kwankwaso administration.
In the last 4 years, we have all been witnesses to a renewed zeal and commitment by the Kwankwaso administration to redefining the infrastructural landscape
in the city of Kano and the surrounding satellite cities.
Your Excellency, I have closely followed your administration's numerous development initiatives over the past couple of years. Is it in education? Is it in health? Is it in water provision? I have certainly seen quite a lot that has impressed me, and I'm sure it has impressed every other Nigerian.
Despite all the projects and programs initiated and executed by the Kwankwaso administration, not a single naira was borrowed from within or outside the country. At the tail end of his second tenure, Rabiu Kwankwaso and the other 5 PDP governors defected from the ruling party to the opposition APC, not for personal aggrandizement, rather for true principles of democracy. After completing his second term of 4 years as executive governor of Kano State, Kwankwaso contested and won election under the platform of All Progressive Congress APC as senator representing Kano Central Senatorial Zone. Distinguished Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso was appointed chairman Senate Committee on National Planning and Economic Development, while serving as a member to various committees in the Senate, such as Water Resources, Defense, Basic Education and ICT, among others. Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso also sponsored and supported many legislative bills, most of which were passed into laws.
This time is time to unite, not to fight in this country. Mr. President, this is the time for all Nigerians to come together as a family and work for the unity, for the progress and development of our dear nation.
A formidable platform of Kwankwaso's like minds was found in the formation of the National Movement, TNM, which conforms with the Kwankwasia ideology of one indivisible Nigeria, devoid of regional, ethnic or religious sentiments. Not satisfied with the new direction of APC and PDP, Rabiu Kwankwaso opted for the New Nigerian People's Party, Nnpp, and subsequently became the party's presidential candidate for the 2023 presidential election. In order to make a balanced representation between Muslims and Christians, North and South, Rabiu Kwankwaso strategically picked Pastor Isaac Idahosa as his running mate, a God-fearing man who believes in one united, indivisible Nigeria. This is to make Nigerians have a feel of what Kano enjoyed between 1999 and 2003, as well as 2011 to 2015. In an attempt to sell the party's ideology to Nigerians and also unveil his manifesto of turning around the country, Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso embarked on tour around the country together with some party stalwarts to commission state offices of Nnpp. The tour provided an opportunity for the presidential candidate to meet stakeholders of Nnpp at grassroots level and rub minds and work out modalities that will lead the party to success in the forthcoming 2023 general elections. In the course of his political tour to commission the party's offices nationwide, Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso usually begins with a courtesy visit to the royal fathers as a mark of respect and to seek for royal blessings in fulfilling his mission. The campaign train visited all the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to establish the presence of Nnpp in all nooks and crannies of Nigeria. The presidential ambition of Rabiu Kwankwaso was born out of the conviction that Nigeria needs a unique leader of impeccable character, whose ambition is to serve humanity and promote unity among the diverse people of Nigeria, devoid of regional or religious sentiments. His dream is to reverse the unfriendly economic atmosphere, insecurity, institutional corruption, industrial disharmony, abject poverty, and high cost of living. It is on this background that Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's blueprint is all out to address such problems in a strategic approach which gives power and opportunity to all Nigerians in all regions, irrespective of ethnic, regional, or religious affiliation. Therefore, Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's determination to build a new Nigeria of vision status cannot be achieved without the mandate and support of Nigerians. Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the Dawn for a New Nigeria.
Gentlemen, let us clap for this wonderful road show. Please let me, who is better to be the next president of Nigeria? Who can do this job better? Who's supposed to be the next leader of this country? Okay, let us clap for this wonderful show. Thank you very much, our presidential candidate, for this wondrous and marvelous job in the heart of northern Nigeria, the most populous state in Nigeria, which is Kano State. Let me use this opportunity to call the National Secretary, the person who is working around the clock 247 in the person of Dipo Olayoko. Let us clap for him, gentlemen and ladies.
Thank you very much, Professor Kofamata. Our leader, the presidential candidate of our great party, His Excellency, Senator Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the Professor Rufai Ahmed Alkali, Secretary of the Board, representing the Chairman of the Board and members of the Board, members of the NWC here present, members of NEC here present, distinguished members of Nnpp present here today, our friends from the media. We are gathered here today to inaugurate the Presidential Campaign Council of the RMK 2023 presidential election. I want to stand on the existing protocol, or let me say I rest on the existing protocol, so as not to smash the protocol that has been established. We know the reason why we are gathered here today, to inaugurate the PCC. It was a very strenuous exercise, arriving at this figure and these eminent Nigerians that are seated here today. It was a painstaking, thorough, and meticulous exercise that produced this list. You know, the nature of our leader is always meticulous in doing his things. And this was the guiding principle in arriving at these names. For the PCC that we are inaugurating today, there are 1,053 eminent Nigerians that have been selected to do this job. That's the entire PCC. And the PCC is divided into various organs. We have the PCC management, we have the advisory board, and then we have the committees. Leading the process is the PCC management, and it has at its apex the man himself, the man of the moment, the leader of leaders, His Excellency, Senator Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Other members of the PCC management are the Chairman, Board of Trustees of Nnpp. We also have our amiable Vice Presidential candidate. We also have National Chairman of the party, Professor Rufai Ahmed Alkali. We have Madam Folashade Aliu. We have Moshood Ashiwaju Shitu, Taufik Adewale Adeleke. We have Barrister Bello Buhari, Alhaji Bamanga Tuko Mobi, Major General Shanusi Nasir Muazu, retired, Dr. Paul Abala, Mr. Precious Elikama, Adeyemi Mohammed, Dr. Danjuma Mahmoud, Dr. Mohammed Hamis San, Dr. Bibi Farouk, Alhaji Mikhail Isa, AIG Isaac Eke, retired, Engineer Mohammed Digor, Chief Collins Onuoha, Ibrahim Aliyu, Dr. Najib Hamisu Omar, Hajiya Saudat Abdullahi, Comrade Olaiton Olakunle Olarewaju, Bishop Dr. Saint Robinson Imelona, Honorable Sunday Aloka, Barrister Ladipo Johnson, Honorable Abdulmumin Jibril Kofa. That's the BCC management. We have also the executive officers, Dr. Sani Danjuma, Muiwa Fatosha, Queen Duruibe, Aisha Mohammed Idris, Honorable Ibrahim Namadi, Ms. Omolabake Peters, Nasiru Kuka Jafar, Fatima Sani Yakubu, Alhaji Yaya Musa, Comrades Juliet Paul, Honorable Nephew Dankura, Honorable Ibrahim Adamu, Barrister Donald Numbe, Dr. Bashir Aji, Engineer Bashir Abdullahi, CP Sulaiman Balarabe Yaya, retired, Barrister Yaya Saliu Duku, and Abdul Malik Sulaiman. Also, we have, as members of the PCC, we have all members of the Nnpp NEC, all state presidential campaign coordinators, all gubernatorial candidates of the Nnpp, all members of Board of Trustees, that's BOT, all 7 former members of NAS, that's Senate speakers too, that are members of Nnpp, all serving former governorships and their deputies who are members of Nnpp, all serving former ministers who are members of Nnpp, also all former ministers who are members of Nnpp, representatives of business community, representatives of leaders of thought, Reverend Dr. Ifemale Emeribe, Chief Olugu Kalu Udensi, Apostle Dr. Kalu Amogu, we have Bilikisu Ibrahim, Christine Akman Esquire, Engineer Ekam Noah, Ibanka Edet Efyong, Ken Eje, Engineer Mark Uzuchoku Dimoyaka, Prince Amechi Pitakin Okafo, Mrs. Krista Edochie, Dr. Yahaya Adamu Yusuf, Ahmed Ladan Tati Balewa, Alhaji Wali Ladam Doya, Professor F. Ebe Famo Osaisai, Elder Bestman Azebi, Engineer Moses Siasia, Honorable Emmanuel Adama, Professor Samuel Zumbe, Controller Teridu Abakwa, Dr. Mohammed Tukur, Ibrahim Mohammed, Dr. Shetima Azi, Honorable Charles Anyai, Ode Oyama, Dr. Isamu Okpora Ude, Mr. Anthony Osilim, Barrister Christian Akpokinovo, Chief Gabriel S. Ebute, CSP retired, Barrister Chigozie Nwako, Chief Unwite James, Chief Oyibe Onu Biozu, Honorable Chief Victor Enemeye, Chief Victor Ugabe, Alhaji Ishak A. Ojo, Tolushola Omolayo, Dr. TKO Aluko, Peter Fatomilola, Princess Oluwatoyin Ade Ajayi, IK Jodo, Honorable Ikechukwu Ede, Onyeke Anthony, Mohammed Kalaga Abubakar, Billy Garba Graham, Barrister Sabiu Mohammed Sidi, Mr. Chibuke Iwuchukwu, Mrs. Aisha Obi Oweri, Mr. Lawrence Agim, Alhaji Musa Mejia, Alhaji Musa Abubakar, Alhaji Ado Kwank Wasia, Air Commodore Adamu Kachiro retired, Captain Ayuba Musa Bolisin retired, Hajiya Umir S. Ibrahim, Mohammed Baba Faru Sadauna, Isaac Madaki, Ado Hassan Asafalala, Bashir Mohammed, Honorable Wakili Aliyu Garko, Honorable Garba Yusman Funtua, Professor Sanusi Jari, Mani Ibrahim Jani, Alhaji Bala Jega, Hafiz Yahaya, Reverend Jacob Gosa S., Obansa Mohammed, Dr. Abdullah Ibrahim, Dr. Sunday Edibo, Yunus Yaman, Alhaji Suleiman Baraje, Alhaji Shehu Alaka, Elder Dr. Olanriwaju Onike, Suru Yamisi Onisarotu, Engineer Amadu Sani, Honorable Esu Dauda Marcos, Honorable Asabe M. Opede, Professor Salisu Ali Zanga, Honorable Gradba S. Malam, Ali Ibrahim Bibi Farouk, Haja Miriam Ibrahim, Chief Gabriel Shomoye, Mrs. Juliana Adenike Adepoju, Mr. Obafunsho Emmanuel Olukayode, Her Excellency Jackie Kazim, Engineer Oyelade Shakiru, Honorable Ajowele Babatunde, Abdul Karim Saliu, Alhaji Gbega Olaide Babayemi, Alhaji Tajuddin Oladokun, Dr. Salihu Oyelami, Honorable Solape Olatubosun, Ayoni Philip, Dr. Babayola Oluyemi, Mrs. Ayobamidele Adekunle, Honorable Joshua Yang Pam, Hajiya Aisha Yakubu, Dr. Joshua Kimesin, Ingeri Good Head, Good Life, Dr. Blessing Letton, Chief Abiye Georgewell, Alhaji Usman Meita Banma, Ibrahim Dalingo, Alhaji Yahuza Abudkadri, Honorable Hamza Ribadu, Ibrahim Tafida, Bishop Dr. David Ocheje, Adamu Yahaya Mekafi, Mohammed Lawan Kaladima, Honorable Saleh Gacha, Alhaji Ali Mezinari, Bala Brazil, Alhaji Hamisu Hamstor, Alhaji Adamu Usman, Mr. Rotimi Michael, Hajiya Fatima Suleiman, Barrister Maliki Kuluya Umar, Honorable Hong Isong, Honorable Idong Usong, Dr. Fabura Egbono, Reverend Ayoro Paradise, High Chief Lekon Gidado, Dr. Abdul Rahman Mustafa, Professor Sani Yusuf, Engineer Mohammed Musa Bama, Chief Chamberlain Ewulomni, Alhaji Idris Ginsau Ibrahim MFR, Professor Shehu Galoji, Dr. Isa Ibrahim Salisu, Dr. Hosford Omoni Hamilton, Comrade Daniel Moses, Bishop Bola Arniola, Professor McLeans Gio Jaja, Ishaku Isa Lawan, okay. Chief Felix Nwachuku, Pastor Kingsley Asian. Also, we have, as part of the PCC, representatives of the business and associations. We have coordinators at the zonal level and state level. All gubernatorial candidates of Nnpp are members. We also have contact and mobilization committees, finance and fundraising, security and intelligence, media and publicity, planning, research and strategy, support groups, coordination, trade union and civil society, traditional and religious leaders, welfare, protocol and logistics, youth and students coordination, women awareness and enlightenment, and organization and election matters. These are the people that will be inaugurated today by His Excellency. Once again, you are welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, National Secretary of our great party. Can we put our hands together for him? I heard him say that the exercise was quite painstaking, but that they were able to surmount the challenge. Is a reason why we have to clap for him again. Can we do it once more? Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will be moving to item number 8, which is public presentation of the fundraising portal. Doctor, where are you? Okay, that will be anchored by the incoming Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Can we put our hands together to encourage him to walk to the microphone? Mr. VP, sir, God bless you.
Are you sure? I'm older than 30. That is 50. Thank you so very much for the opportunity to stand before you. Your Excellency, my principal, my coach, my mentor, the Jagora himself, Madogo Sarkin Tafia. Senator Dr. Engineer Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, National Chairman of our great party, Nnpp, Professor Rufai Alkali, Chairman BOT, represented by BOT, Secretary BOT, our elder statesman, Engineer Buba Galadima, National Deputy Chairman, AVM John Ifemeje, National Campaign Secretary, Madam Aliu Fola Shade, National Icon, Madam Jackie Kazim, and it's my pleasure to introduce to us our public presentation of our fundraising portal that comprises the website and the campaign donation portal. As you can see, building bridges across Nigeria. There are 6 different accounts. Kwankwaso Support Organization that has got Official Bank, Zenith Bank, and Access. Kwankwasia Campaign Organization that has got GTB, FCMB. Then we have got this on there for you to double check. Donations are to be made as you are being prompted, because you do know whatever you believe in, you invest in. And we believe come May 29, 2023, our principal and I will be sworn in as the president and vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And therefore, we want to urge you to do all you can within your means. What you don't fund, you withhold. Money is a defense. Money amplifies your vision. Money makes your vision come to pass. We don't play money politics, but we need a whole lot of money for logistics and to ensure that we succeed fully by the help of God as the elections come closer, just at the corner. Now I want you to pick your pen and write this so that you can have it clearly if you want to donate, and I urge you, I persuade you to do so. Donation.rmkidahusa.com. Donation.rmkidahusa.com. I want to take it again, and I expect that we'll begin to expressly consider donating to this noble cause so we can achieve maximum results in a short time. Again, donation.rmkidahusa.com. There are 2 options of donation: card payment and bank transfer. Card payment and bank transfer. Again, please, this is important. Donation.rmkidahusa.com. We accept all currencies. If you have dollars, it's welcome. If you have naira, plenty of it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together for the incoming Vice President? It's important that we own this project. This is our project. It's a project that is for the good of Nigeria and all Nigerians. And that's why this information has been given out it's a mark of your commitment towards ensuring that we have a Nigeria that works going beyond May. Thank you so much once again, Your Excellency, the Vice President. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually heading towards the main highlights of today's event. In a short while from now, we'll be asking His Excellency, the incoming President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to address us. So he will, if you have a copy of the program, we are heading towards item number 10, which is remarks by the national leader and presidential candidate of Nnpp. But before we get there, Dr. Kofarmata has a few additions to make to this issue of how we can get donations in to ensure that we have a new Nigeria that works. Dr. Kofarmata.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice President, His Excellency Idahosa. Please let me read the donation portal again. Donation.rmkidahosa.com. Donation.rmkidahosa.com. When I'm reading, you can try through your Android phone or any other form. Donation.rmkidahosa.com. For the two payment options, actually all our MasterCard, Babcard, and all other cards, the website is strictly secured. It will not tamper with their information, and the money will go direct to our account there. But for the bank transfer, if you like, we have many options for the bank transfers. That's why we have a number of bank accounts, ranging from Access Bank, Zenith Bank, Jais Bank, GT Bank, Unity Bank, and many, many banks. That's why we have almost 6 different accounts. So you can choose. Even now, we are urging the social media people, our activists, they can post the accounts, donations account right now. And we can also send it to our brothers, sisters, and all over Nigeria. That is why we call it a public presentation, meaning that we can share it, we can start making donations, and we can just start it now, even before the maybe luncheon ceremony or something like that. So thank you very much. Let me hand over to the Major.
Thank you, Dr. Kofarmata. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before His Excellency takes the microphone, we will be calling on the Chairman, Board of Trustees of our great party, Dr. Boniface Okechukwu-Anebunam, represented here by the Secretary of the BOT, Engineer Buba Galadima, to talk to us, even if it is for 2 minutes. Thank you, Engineer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Our leader and presidential candidate, Engineer Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, our national chairman, Professor Rufai Ahmed Al-Kali, I stand on all other existing protocols. I was asked to say just a word. But the word I'm going to say is that all of us gathered here are supposed to be inaugurated as members of the Presidential Campaign Council and members of various committees of the council. But there is something very important which I need to bring before you. Personally, I'm supposed to be the chairman of Contact and Mobilization Committee of this council. However, it suffices to say that everybody in this room, including our friends, the press, are supposed to be members of Contact and Mobilization Committee of this campaign council. That even members of the IT or social media group or the finance committee, their major duty is to converse, convince, and talk to family members, friends, village, community, local government, state, and national. The mobilization is not only for the committee, but each and every one of us have got a responsibility and a duty to do that. And I want to assure you that from what I had personally seen in the road shows that we did with our presidential candidate, going to virtually every state of the federation except one or two, that a new Nigeria and victory for the Nnpp is possible. That as I stand here before you, we had already visited not less than 400 local governments out of 774 of this country. And that no candidate or no party had even visited half of the 36 states of the federation. We know that as we take our message to the people, to their homes, to their villages, and to their towns, those other candidates land at various airports like vultures, use political merchants to mobilize or demobilize by using money, to be brought to the airport or to designated stadiums. They gather to lecture themselves. But we made it a duty that the few convoy that we have, we visit the people. By that, we were able to assess and see the ecstasy of young men and women who show interest, who show love for this great party. And before I end this small speech, I want to say and tell the world in the face of cameras that there are people bent on destabilizing this country by carrying falsehood, false opinion polls. And all of you are witnesses to that. And to me, I personally believe that they are trying to create a situation where when their candidates don't win, and they cannot win, they will destabilize the country. And the authorities and the securities must be aware of that. And I also want to say that we are watching with keen interest the role of the security agencies, the role of certain state governments, and even the role of INEC in an attempt to midwife a free, fair, and transparent election. And once there is transparent and free election, let me assure everybody seated here today that Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is the man to beat, and is going to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, in a nutshell, I was told it is time that it is the duty of each and every one of us from today that not only to converse one-on-one with other people, that we must make appearances in television houses, do radio programs, and candidates, governors and senators and House of Rep and Assembly must sponsor jingles in radios across the country in their own locality to promote this. Don't say that it is the duty of the national party at the national level or of the presidential candidate. It is our duty to promote what we believe in and to promote what we believe will be good and better for the future of our country and for the future of our children. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our dear Chairman BOT. Before His Excellency walks up, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of our Delta State governorship candidate, Good News Agbe. You're welcome, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, New Nigeria. Nnpp! Nnpp! New Nigeria! New Nigeria! Nigeria! Your Excellency, your children are waiting. God bless Nigeria.
Aiki sai mai shi na sauna amana ne, kiran dan canji ne, na kwankwasa fitila ne, kwankwasa ne ganin alkairi ne, aiki sai mai shi Alhaji Yahuza, aiki sai mai shi ciyaman fati na, kiran dan canji ne, na Tijani TJ, kwankwasa ne
Thank you very much, DJ. Thank you. Please get seated. Please get seated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, our Vice President, Chairman of our party, other Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Let me begin by welcoming and thanking all of you who have traveled from far and near to this special and historic occasion, the official inauguration of the RMK 2023 Presidential Campaign Council, PCC. The number and caliber of personalities in this hall with whom we will collectively be on this all-important journey is both impressive and inspiring. And the fact that all of you braved all sorts of inconveniences and risks associated with traveling in today's Nigeria to attend this inauguration has strengthened my conviction that a new and better Nigeria is indeed possible. And we, in this hall, together with millions of volunteers and supporters out there across all the 36 states and FCT, will continue to work assiduously to ensure the success of our great party, the New Nigeria People's Party, Nnpp in this year's general elections and the emergence of a new Nigeria, a Nigeria where justice and fairness are assured, a Nigeria where safety and security are guaranteed, a Nigeria where peace and prosperity are assured, a Nigeria where equity and opportunities are available and accessible to all Nigerians, a Nigeria where quality education and modern healthcare services are accessible and guaranteed to all, and a Nigeria where governance is about the yearnings and the aspirations of all the citizens. That is the new and better Nigeria that we at the Nnpp are working around the clock to kickstart from May 29th, 2023 by the special grace of God. Fellow compatriots, on this day, at this venue, and a continuation with our decisive journey into the new Nigeria, we will present to Nigerians the team of dedicated, patriotic, hardworking, committed, experienced, God-fearing, and emphatic Nigerians that will drive the RMK 2023 presidential campaign to a momentous success in the 2023 general elections. Distinguished guests, before I formally do that, let me refresh our memory about the successes we have recorded so far. Recall that in March 2022, the national movement TNM and the Konkosia political movement KPM came together and consummated a political marriage with the new Nigeria People's Party, Nnpp, a party that was hitherto barely known to Nigerians. From that day, every hour of each day was utilized to build, popularize, and strengthen the Nnpp. We conducted all our congresses, from the wards to local governments to states, up to the National Convention, and elected all our substantive party executives. In the same vein, we have conducted all our primary elections and fielded candidates in all executive and legislative positions for the 2023 general elections. I am happy to say that there is no political party in Nigeria that has fielded more candidates in terms of quantity and quality for the forthcoming elections than our great party, the Nnpp. And all our candidates have been working very hard in mobilizing support for the party and campaigning systematically in all their constituencies. No wonder our party is the fastest growing party and the most popular political party in the country. While the gubernatorial, senatorial, House of Representatives, and State Assembly candidates are working impressively for the success of the party, the presidential campaign has recorded even more successes in the last few months. The presidential road campaign has visited all the states of the Federation, with the exception of 3 states. We deliberately chose to do the road campaign to avail ourselves with the difficulties that Nigerian road users are living with across the country, and to see for ourselves the day-to-day challenges confronting Nigerian masses in their communities. We have covered tens of thousands of kilometers and visited about 400 local government areas so far. We have gone through difficult terrains, visited hard-to-reach communities like Ilela in Sokoto State, Kaura Namoda in Zamfara State, Kamba in Kebbi State, Mubi in Adamawa State, Ikom and Ugeb in Cross River State, Gedam in Yoba State, Ikare in Wando State, Koi in Kafanchan State, and numerous such other places across the country. In all the places we visited throughout our road campaign, we took time to visit the traditional and religious leaders in the areas because of our determination to carry them along when we eventually took over the mantle of leadership of this country. In particular, these leaders will be the drivers of our flagship initiative of community participation and reorientation committees, CPRC, which is intended to create at all the 8,809 wards. These committees will be funded directly from the federal government through appropriate legislation. Fellow compatriots, it is very gratifying and immensely satisfying that we have driven ourselves and met with the underserved communities across the country. We listened to their experiences, their grievances, their fears, and their expectations. We shared our plans and our pledges to them as contained in our blueprint and alerted them that other parties have copiously plagiarized our blueprint and are likely going to promise them what they copied from our document. In all these visits, we are being welcomed by a mammoth crowd of supporters, most of whom have never ever seen any presidential candidate in their communities. Our experiences on the road campaign has further strengthened our commitment to the pledges that we have made to Nigerians. Let me remind us that we are determined to reform the education sector, to improve quality and access to all at all levels. Specifically, we will provide 500,000 classrooms across the states of the Federation to accommodate the over 20 million out-of-school children that we planned to mop up from the streets of Nigeria. We will make all application forms for admission and employment free. We will make all examinations such as WAEC, NECO, Nnpp, Unveils, JAMB, etc. free. We will introduce a 4-year moratorium for JAMB so that our children can use the same job results to gain admission into our tertiary education institutions. We will upgrade and expand our universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education and raise their standard to global competitiveness. While working to complete the remaining 3 states and commence the second round of states road campaigns, I am happy to announce that beginning from the 12th of this month, we will start our zonal rallies in Bauchi for the Northeast, Kaduna on the 14th for the Northwest, and Lapia on the 16th for the North Central. We will pause the zonal rallies for a couple of days to create time to travel to London to honor the invitation from the Royal Institute of International Affairs, Chatham House, and present a discussion paper to a selected global audience. Immediately we return from the UK, we shall resume the zonal rallies and complete the remaining zones. Before I proceed to the inauguration, let me seize this opportunity to thank a group of my friends who, working quietly, are organizing fundraising campaign to support the New Nigeria project. This is remarkable, and I am deeply grateful. But let me quickly add that in a country where 133 million students, according to the NBS, are living below poverty line, and from where we derive bulk of our supporters, considering the fact that our political movement, both the TNM, Concosia, and the Nnpp levels, is driven by committed and dedicated volunteers who invest their resources, time, and energy, bearing in mind that Nigeria's economy is in tatters and the income levels are shrinking and the purchasing power is weakening by the hour. It is appropriate at this time to place on record our debt of gratitude to all our supporters and volunteers. At this juncture, I wish to call on all supporters of the New Nigeria project that are able to patronize the fundraising portal. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this gathering is to officially present to Nigerians and inaugurate the campaign council. The council is made up of 4 organs: the PCC, the management of the PCC, the board of advisors, and the committees of the PCC. All these organs will be working in sync for the success of the Nnpp in the 2023 presidential elections and all other elections in our party. Distinguished citizens of our great country, at this point, and in the name of God Almighty, I hereby inaugurate the RMK 2023 Presidential Campaign Council for the benefit of all Nigerians and in the overall interest of building a new Nigeria where justice, equity, fairness, unity, security, and development are assured. Please get seated. Thank you very much. Finally, I wish to call on all well-meaning Nigerians, especially the members of our ideology-driven party, the Nnpp, and all its support groups, such as the Kwankwasia and the TNM, etc., to join hands with the PCC and all committees of the PCC to continue with the mobilization of supporters and canvassing for voters to ensure the success of the new Nigeria project. As from today, more hands, and indeed all hands, should be on deck to create a new and better Nigeria. May God Almighty help us all. Good life, or long life, the new Nigeria People's Party. Long life, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all for accepting to serve. Thank you all for listening. And I wish all of you safe journey to your respective destinations. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Excellency, the incoming President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have been triggered to do more. That's the import of his message. He's going to be a servant to all of us, not even a leader. That's why he's charging us to put all our hands on the deck to ensure that we have a new Nigeria that works for all of us and for our children that are yet to be born. Thank you, Your Excellency, for that very brave one. Nigerians are very proud of you. They are watching you live. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually moving towards the climax. We will be heading towards the presentation of appointment letters to the heads of the various campaign committees. But before we do that, I will be calling on Dr. Kofar Mata to come up here to acknowledge the presence of so many more of our delegates and dignitaries who walked in just while His Excellency was speaking. Thank you, Dr. Kofar Mata.
Thank you very much, Major Abo, the Publicity Secretary of Nnpp. Let me use this opportunity to welcome His Excellency, the gubernatorial candidate of Gombe State, Honorable Kamus Ahmad Melantarki. I will also want to acknowledge the presence of Ambassador Wilfred Bonse, a PhD, and the gubernatorial candidate of Cross River State. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Professor Bem Angu, the gubernatorial candidate of Benue, who is heavily represented by Her Excellency Lady Comfort Abase. Welcome all. I would like also to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Solape Olatumbo Osun, Deputy National Woman Leader. At the same time, I am welcoming Chinyere Opokansi, who is a zonal woman leader in the Kano South. Major, over to you. Before that, now it is time to present the awards of the appointment letters to the PCC members, some selected members as a sample. Dr. Sani, prepare the letters.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also wish to announce the arrival and presence of His Excellency, the candidate of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Yakub Medoya, is also here. You are welcome, Your Excellency. Arise, TV. Arise. Excuse me.
You finished? Thank you so much, Dr. Kofar Mata. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will be requesting His Excellency to present a few of the appointment letters to key leaders of the Presidential Campaign Council. After that, the remaining members would go to the Secretariat to pick up their letters. Your Excellency, although we know you have all the energy, we can keep you standing to present as many as 500, which we are sure that so many others won't be able to do. But we won't want to bore you with that. It's clearly the assignment of the Secretariat. So we'll be calling on the Secretary of the Presidential Campaign Council, Mrs. Fola Shade Aliu, to be the first to pick up this letter from His Excellency. Okay, say something. Yes, say something.
Nnpp. Nnpp. National PR. Nnpp.
New Nigeria.
New Nigeria.
Progress.
Nigeria. Well, my job is very light. First, Your Excellency, our incoming President, the Chairman of the PCC, distinguished Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwasor, our Chairman, Nnpp, our Deputy Chairman, AVM Ifemije, our Secretary. I'm sorry I breached a little protocol. I was looking through the sitting arrangement. Our amiable incoming Vice President, Pastor Idaosa, we appreciate you as always. Our leader, our father, Engineer Abubakar Galadima, thank you for all you do for us. First, before I have a few questions for us to ask, because our leader said, are we ready for the new Nigeria? Are we ready? Yes. Is a new Nigeria possible? Yes. Can we do it? Yes. Do we have the capacity? Yes. Do we have the leadership? Yes. Do we have the people? Yes. Are we going to get the votes? Yes. Are we merging with anybody? No. Are we merging with anybody? No. Are we merging with anybody? No. Thank you. Thank you very much. Before I go further, I want to quickly apologize for those that we could not call their names. There are some names that are here that we couldn't go through it. Just like the Secretary, the National Secretary said, we have 1,000 plus. We only have 2 hours of live coverage. If we decide to go through those 1,000 names, we will not be able to cover the rest of the events. So we thank you very much. And I want to quickly announce that this is the first round of the session of this event. There's going to be a closed session. After this, we're going to have a little break. After the break, we'll come back and talk to ourselves and make sure that we do the right thing. Do you think we can do the right thing? Can we win this election? Do we have the leadership? Who is that leadership that appreciates education? I didn't hear you. Who appreciates people? Who knows how to talk to the executives? Who has the legislative experience? Who has that civil servant experience? Who is a man? Who among these presidential candidates is a man? I didn't hear you. Who is accessible? Who gets Nigeria? Who has the confidence? Who is going to do it? Who is going to make a new Nigeria possible? I can't hear you. It's not loud enough. They have to hear it both at home and diaspora. They have to hear it in the savannah. They have to hear it in the middle of the ocean. Who is that leader that can make new Nigeria possible? I did hear you. Okay. Thank you. So, sorry, I merely forgot my job. On behalf of all of us, Your Excellency, we want to appreciate this party. We want to appreciate our national leaders. We want to appreciate everyone that is here. We know that it is out of your commitment, it is out of your dedication, it is out of your patriotism here today. And by the grace of God, each one of us would not regret being part of Nnpp. And so shall it be, by the mighty grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you, the Amazon. Thank you for this short one. Your Excellency, we want to have you present some letters to... Yes.
Give it. Gaga. Moshood Asiwaju, Deputy National Campaign Secretary. Deputy National Campaign Secretary, Topik Adewale Adeleke. Is he around? Zonal Coordinator, Barrister Bello Buwari, North Central. From the management, Barrister Ladipo Johnson and Honorable Abdul Momini Jibrin Kova, the two of them. From the AVC, come back, please. Yes, it's okay. The other one is there. Yeah. Executive Officer, Women Mobilizations, Aisha Idris. On behalf of the gubernatorial candidate of Nnpp, we call the Delta State gubernatorial candidate, Dr. Abi, good news, good man. On behalf of the governors, thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have entertainers now. Tijani Gandu, Sanusi Oscar, Sani Danja, Rabiu Madamak, Mariam A. Baba, and Mutala Suleja. Please come forward for entertainment. While you are coming, ladies and gentlemen, we wish to announce the presence of Prince Ono Owaze, the zonal chairman Southwest, is here with us. And also the national woman leader, Hajia Mariam Yassin. She's also here today. You're welcome, ma. Bismillah.
Mun je zuwa farin sarki kwankwaso. An gugun salamatu dan Musa kai wa makiyara ta. Ka shaga ban magautan nan dan ba za su kara bacci ba. Uwar rabo ake yi wa jaje ni nawa ba su yaye ba. Sakon mai kanan kwankwasin ya Abdullahi Tarauni. Honorable Abdullahi mai karamin sami. Ako anasa toron giwa ya girma razanin kura. Ai dole ne bikin yar gata a sha gudun mawar gana. Kwankwason mu canza kara ne Allah ya yadda ya sha kwankwasa aikai wa mafiya faɗi. Zuciya ta jagoran mun san bata zamo kazama ba. Bata zamo kazama ba. Ka sa gaban ka inda kake so kwankwasa mun biyo baya. Wani shiri wani ya yaki zane haɗar da ɗaɗanya. Raskwana uwan lissafi ka girma da karfanya. Magana ake ta siyasa kai ne gaban su ba wani ba. Mai hankali da zuma baba ashe kwarjinin da ya nisa. Wallahi goruba ta gagar taunar ama da sai lasa. Dare adam fatake bacci yana daraja da nasibi kuma ba su kai da suna ba. Ba su kai da suna ba. Dangaren uba ga gwani kanwa ba irin ta lasa ba. Mashi ka kara juju domin baka buga a daidai ba. Ga kainuwa da shan Allah ba ta ke yi koyo ba. Kai ne murucin dutsen nan masu ja da kai ga hanya nan. Ka tsare gida jagora. Kainuwa da shaida ga Allah. Da ka mu je kan zaki. Ayi gudu sun yi gudu sun gadu wanda tudu. San Musa mai Allah ba fargaba. Barkan wannan karfe kafin mu ba. Kai musu nisa kuma ba sa su duka ba. Ku kara jaddada musu hanya ba a kaɗe ta ko hanja. Duk mai karo da dokin kwankwasa Allah idansa sai ya ja. Wani kare da buzun kura balle na wallafa jaja. Kai ina ba zan suke ga wani dan baniyar sawargi ba. A dole kada sun yi suluki dan sun buge da rakaɗi. Sun fara gane lasari aji baya hana gyaɗa gulbi. Kwakwasan mu ne na amana yau shimfiɗar ka ta yi faɗi. Wannan shi duk ta al'umma ce bai dakatar da kowa ba. A lafiya da kadan yaƙi kogi sanin ka sai taru. Na gana hatimin zamani baya daga gure guru. Dan Musa kai faɗin na daban ne ko da dubin ka sun jero. Tashin da ya fi karfin kura ba dai kare da ɗauko ba. Garabuni a dandan gane shi ne ya da har baya. Kwankwasan mai ikon Allah ka gagare su sun buya. Akushi ko ya tsage kun san yana da ban kwarya. Mai kokarin ya kinkimu dutse ba zan hana shigan mu ba. Yawwa.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That has been the greatest Tijani Gandu. Thank you very much. And God bless you. We'll call you back again later. Ladies and gentlemen, in our midst also, we have our distinguished senator representing Kogi West. Alaji Abdullahi, the elephant, is also here with us. And also, Honorable Stevie, the State Assembly member from Kogi State, is also here. You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And
New Nigeria People's Party. Ga sani dan jana na sani dan indo ya fito da launin waka na jam'iyya mai kayan dadi. Na jam'iyya mai kayan dadi. Jama'an Najeriya sai ku zo su ku karkasa kunnuwan ku kuji. Haga ba duba bane.
Tijani Gandu and Sani Danja, Chikawa, Abba, please join the line, do and share the talk.
Kai, na gano wargajewar APC, kai, na gano tarƙayewar PDP, kai, su fito su yi tangal-tangal su haka, ku bayar su da kwama, kai, su yi kumbul-kumbul su haka, su je su yi tallantar musu. Kai, ban amince da jam'iyyar mu mai girma.
Babu duka na kuma babu ja baya.
Jam'iyya ce ta tara masu alfarma.
Ku zo mu dauke ta amana.
Gari duka ta aska. Ita kaɗai ta zama duka ɗauka. Me kayan mal na tsaya na hanga. Na tsaya na duba Nnpp ce a gaba. Dalar da yamma tu a gaba. Kudin arewa tu a gaba. Jama'a mai aisin gani. Mun dawo rakiyar waccan kuraccan. Mun dawo rakiyar waccan kuraccan. Su 'yan da mamusau a gaba. Kai, kwanci jam'iyyar 'yan kwange. tasu jam'iyya yar dungushe kai wa waso kuma kai sun kwashe kudin talakawa kullun da yin hamma asirin ma babu yancin ma kuma babu kai wannan duk ma ba shi bane shi fa fadar ka ba fa ka bar shi da ransa yafi in ma yana wahala in ma